there's another plugin I have to show you guys, which is super, super, super amazing. I don't know another plugin that does the same thing. It's called the M Stereo Spread by Mullet Production. Obviously, I'm a fan by them, but they have so amazing tools, really. And this one is a highlight. And what this basically is a stereo widener, but not the typical one. It's a different thing, and I really can't explain it, but I will play to you. First bypassed, and then I will unbypass it. Let me play with the parameters. Now here's the thing. In most cases, if you use some stereo, pseudo-stereo Haas effects, if you collapse the signal to mono, you will hear something happening. Things will collapse, phase, or not be right. In this case, you don't have it. Okay, let's check it out. I will bypass the plugin now. And back on. You don't hear any difference, and that is really remarkable. Back to stereo. I'm still floored just by demonstrating it right now. I don't know another plugin that makes things so wide, and it also does it with mono signals. That's the amazing part. You can take a mono sample and place M Stereo Spread on it, and it will widen the thing in such a natural way without sounding chorusy or reverbish or like a delay has been put on. As a last little thing, I want to show you what I've done using returns and sends with the sound. And I will just play it again. And unmute the return track. Sounds like I doubled the sound and use a different preset, but it's not the case. I want to add something airy and something that complements the source sound. What I've done here is simply use live reverb, a grain delay, and the overdrive just as an exciter. Let's solo the return track. I could also add a redux pitch crusher. And then I added the grain delay, which pitches 1 octave up. I guess the redux is too much. But blend it in with the original signal. I think that's about right. Within a mix, it will eventually lift up the signal and give it some dimension differently than just placing a standard reverb on it. What I've done here is copy the track and did a few things to it to add another way of adding sparkle, air, or dimension to it. You can see I filtered most of the lower part away with high pass filter from Live's auto filter. Then I've added the soft tube amp to add some distortion and coloration to give it another color than the original sound, just tear it apart and color it really differently. Then I've added a reverb. Let's exaggerate that a bit. Then I've compressed that signal to shave off that initial transient a tiny bit. I want to rather have some of the tone left instead of that snap in the beginning. I'm going to slowly blend the signal in until I think it's right. Bypass. Let's try it together with the return track. Source sound soloed. So much to sparkle in space.